Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jeff at Lockdown Security, www.lockdownsecurity.ca, and today I am bringing you a video on this beautiful 2022 Lexus NX 350 hybrid that we have just installed a Starline i96 CAN Eco. Now, these vehicles are getting stolen left, right, and center. When I say these vehicles, I pretty much mean any vehicle equipped with a push-to-start ignition system. But Lexus and Toyota are extremely vulnerable and extremely popular with car thieves, especially in the Toronto, Ontario market and in Ontario and Quebec markets overall. So that is what the Starline i96 CAN Eco is designed to stop, and that is designed to stop car theft. And the way it works, it's a digital anti-theft system that communicates on the vehicle's CAN bus system and essentially uses the vehicle's own data to prevent it from being stolen. And you may ask, well, how does it do that? It does that using a couple of methods, and I'm going to show you some of the main features of the system in this video, as well as what comes with the i96 CAN. Now, the way that the system disarms, for those of you who want to know, you disarm it using an included Bluetooth key tag. You can also disarm it using a Bluetooth smartphone app, or in the case of this vehicle, you can disarm it using a secure PIN code. You can also have it configured where you need to have both the Bluetooth key tag present as well as the PIN code, or the smartphone present and the Bluetooth the secure PIN code. Now I'm going to get into the video. I'm going to show you exactly how the Starline i96 shuts the vehicle down if a thief were to try and steal it. So I'm going to hop in the driver's seat. I've got the key in the vehicle right now. And I'm going to show you that if I were a thief, I could start the vehicle. Okay, so just so everybody is aware, the factory key is in the car. That's why I'm able to start it. But the thieves have a couple of different ways of starting these vehicles. One of them is relay theft. The other way is CAN injection, which basically they spoof the vehicle into thinking that a key is being used to start it. And then a third way would be using an OBD scan tool to essentially program a new key. They're using, in some cases, combinations of these techniques, but basically what they're doing, and they being the thieves, is tricking the vehicle into thinking that it's being started with the factory key. Now, what's cool about the Starline i96 CAN Eco is it protects you in a number of ways. So let me show you exactly what it does. So if I were the thief and I had started the vehicle through any of those methods, basically, as soon as I go to shift the car into drive, you'll see it went from park to drive, back to park again, and now the vehicle is off. It's basically still on, but it cannot be driven. Now, if I were to attempt to do that 3 times, so if I were to attempt to put it from park into drive 3 times, aka the thief is trying to steal the vehicle and drive away, the vehicle will go into what is known as lockdown mode. Now, pardon the pun, our business name is Lockdown Security, as is our YouTube channel, but essentially lockdown mode means that the Starline i96 prevents the vehicle from basically doing anything, and there's a time period that you have to wait before you can actually disarm the system. So right now I want to show you what comes in the box of a Starline i96. This is obviously the box. I'm just going to pop this open here. So you've got a number of things that come in the box. You've got essentially the user manual, which when you have one of these systems installed, it is imperative that you read the user guide and understand how the system works. You have an installation wiring diagram. This is your Bluetooth key tag. Okay. It actually has a button on it. You can configure the button for arming and disarming if you want, or you can use it to passively arm and disarm. When I say arm and disarm, what I mean is actually disarm, because essentially when the vehicle senses this key tag walk up within proximity, it'll disarm the Starline system. You have your owner's card with your secure valet code, and then you have all of your wire harnesses, and this would be your Starline i96 CAN Eco device right here. So it's very small. You can see fits in my hand. And then the other thing, which is pretty interesting that the competition doesn't have, is a buzzer. Now this buzzer is utilized so that you get an audible alert when the system is disarmed, which is important because sometimes with the competition that make these digital anti-theft systems, it can be difficult to know whether or not the system has been disarmed, and you have to use lights on the dash or things of that nature, which are a little bit more complex to understand. Whereas with the Starline i96, it's very straightforward and very easy. Actually, I'm just going to leave that there. Now, I'm going to hop out of the vehicle, and my coworker is going to show us the other feature that this system comes with. So I'm just going to go over here. So the other feature that the system comes with is what is known as an OBD2 port blocker. Now, what is an OBD2 port? Well, onboard diagnostics is what OBD stands for, and essentially what it is the diagnostic scan tool port. This is the port that thieves are utilizing to spoof the vehicle into thinking, or spoof the vehicle into having a fake key program. So essentially the Starline i96 on many vehicles offers you the capability of protecting the OBD2 port. Now I say on many vehicles because not all vehicles have this functionality available. Some of them it will not work, but on this Lexus we have protected the OBD2 port. So I'm just gonna walk over here. That is an OBD2 scan tool, which is a typical tool to scan computer codes out of the vehicle. This is what your mechanic would use. This is what the dealership would use. And we're just going to demonstrate that the tool does not work with the Starline armed. So essentially, I'm going to walk away here. Sorry about that in the background. We're actually working on a beautiful Audi Q8. It's Audi Day at Lockdown. We have an Audi A4. I just made a YouTube video on that. I'll make another YouTube video on that one. We're putting a remote starter in it. So now we're going to show that we've entered the PIN code, and we're going to demonstrate that the scan tool now works. So you can see it's linking to the vehicle, and it is working correctly. So it's communicating. You may not be able to see because the video is poor because that screen is quite bright, but essentially if you were here, you would see that the scan tool has communicated and initialized communications to the vehicle. So that pretty much sums up my Starline i96 video on this vehicle. If you or someone you know is concerned about your vehicle being stolen, the Starline i96 CAN Eco is definitely a product for you. Now, we carry a number of different anti-theft products, this being one of them. We also have the Starline E9, which is basically a much more advanced version of the i96 CAN. But we can offer you a number of different solutions if you wish to secure your vehicle. So if you or somebody you know is driving a Lexus SUV, such as this NX, a UX, an RX, a GX, an LX, all of those are high target vehicles for theft. We can protect them all. Same thing with Toyota Highlander, Toyota Grand Highlander. Pretty much any push to start vehicle, we have coverage utilizing the Starline i96. If you or someone you know is interested, feel free to reach out to us toll free 1-866-824-4118 on the web, www.lockdownsecurity.ca. Or feel free to email sales@lockdownsecurity.ca. You can visit the page where we have these anti-theft systems. I will link it down below in the description. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. It goes a long way to help us make more videos like this in the future and assists us in providing security for owners of these vehicles like this Lexus NX. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.